Hi everybody. We're going to do another chapter of Old Granny Fox, and there are only 2 more chapters left in the book. Now first of all, let's see here. I don't want to forget anybody. Hello to Jackson in Maine, Matthew, Marjorie, Emma, Malia, and Lucas in Missouri, Kai Ming and Rukai in Washington State, Hope here in Maine, Dylan in Maine, Lucas in Maine. Let's see now. Leslie and Mary over across the North Atlantic in England. Ezzie and Indy in Oklahoma. Kayla here in Maine. Let's see now. Sylvia, Macy, and Lillian. Happer and Caden and Xander all in Maine. Hope I didn't miss anybody. So, okay guys. Chapter 28. Prickly Porky enjoys himself. You might remember Prickly Porky is a porcupine. Oh, first I forgot something. This is mostly for Jackson because he's familiar with the band and the things in it, the pulleys. This pulley frame, Jax, was empty. The shiv, they call that part that turns, the wooden shiv in the middle, had been missing. I don't ever remember this thing having a shiv in it when I was a kid even, hanging on a nail out in the barn. So I made one on the lathe. It's a little bit rough. I'm glad the roughness, I don't know how much it shows on the thing, but it'll work. So the pulley's complete after all these years. Okay, now let's see. Prickly Porky enjoys himself. A boasting tongue, as sure as fate, will trip its owner soon or late. That's from old Granny Fox, wise saying. Prickly Porky the porcupine was enjoying himself. There was no doubt about that. He was stretched across the doorway of that old house, the very house in which old Granny Fox had been born. Oh, when he had laid down on the doorstep for a nap and sunbath, he had thought that the old house was still deserted. Then he had fallen asleep, only to be awakened by Reddy Fox, who had been asleep in the old house and who couldn't get out because Prickly Porky was in the way. Now, Prickly Porky does not love Reddy Fox, and the more Reddy begged and scolded and called him names, the more Prickly Porky chuckled. It was such a good joke to think that he had trapped Reddy Fox. He made up his mind he'd keep Reddy in there a long time just to tease him and make him uncomfortable. You see, Prickly Porky remembered how often Reddy Fox played mean tricks on little meadow and forest folks who were smaller and weaker than himself. It will do him good. It certainly will do him good, said Prickly Porky, and rattled his 1,000 little spears hidden in his long coat, for he knew that the very sound of them would make Reddy Fox shiver with fright. Suddenly, Prickly Porky pricked up his funny little short ears. He heard the deep voice of Bowser the Hound. It was coming nearer and nearer. Prickly Porky chuckled again. I guess Mr. Bowser is going to have a surprise. I certainly think he is, said Prickly Porky, as he made all the 1,000 little spears stand out from his long coat, till he looked like a great, funny, great chestnut blur. Bowser the Hound did have a surprise. He was hunting Reddy Fox. He almost ran into Prickly Porky before he saw him. The very sight of those 1,000 little spears sent little cold chills chasing each other down Bowser's backbone, clear to the tip of his tail, for he remembered how he had gotten some of them in his lips and mouth once upon a time, and how it had hurt to have them pulled out. Ever since then, he had had the greatest respect for Prickly Porky. I bet he did. Wow! Yelped Bowser the Hound, stopping short. I beg your pardon, Prickly Porky. I beg your pardon. I didn't know you were taking a nap here. All the time, Bowser the Hound was backing away as fast as he could. Then he turned around, put his tail between his legs, and actually ran away. Slowly, Prickly Porky unrolled, and his little eyes twinkled as he watched Bowser the Hound run away. Bowser's very big and strong. His voice is deep, his legs are long. His bat scares some almost to death. But as for me, he wastes his breath. I just roll up and shake my spears, and Bowser is the one who fears. Quite a poem, huh? So said Prickly Porky and laughed aloud. Just then he heard a light footstep and turned to see who was coming. It was old Granny Fox. She had seen Bowser run away, and now she was anxious to find out if Reddy Fox were safe. Good morning, said Granny Fox, taking care not to come too near. Good morning, replied Prickly Porky, hiding a smile. I'm very tired and like to go inside my house. Had you just as soon move? Asked Granny Fox. Oh, exclaimed Prickly Porky, is this your house? I thought you lived over on the Green Meadows. I did, but I've moved. Please let me in, replied Granny Fox. Certainly, certainly. Don't mind me, Granny Fox. Step right over me, said Prickly Porky, and smiled once more, and at the same time rattled his little spears. Instead of stepping over him, Granny Fox backed away. I bet she did. Whoa, Prickly could have had a trick up his sleeve, huh? That's the end of that chapter. And wow, chapter 29 is next. The title of that one is The New Home in the Old Pasture. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.